Well, hello there, everyone. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. It is great to be with you here on the Inspirations for Your Life show. It is so great, everyone, here on the show. I hope that you guys are definitely enjoying it. And I hope you guys are starting off your new year very well. Happy, healthy new year to everyone. And so, before we kick off the show, I do want to take this opportunity to say thank you and welcome to the Inspirations for Your Life show. We are now officially on the air over 4 years, and we're in our fifth year. This is actually our fifth day. So great to be here with all of you. If you're coming the first time, welcome and thank you. If you're coming back, I definitely want to say welcome and yes, thank you, but welcome back. Really appreciate those that really value the content that I put into these shows. By the way, my new book has started. I'm not going to share the title just yet. I probably won't share it until it's actually in print. But it's going to be a motivational book and it's going to be about 150 pages. So I will tell you that. And it'll probably be out before the end of the year. I'm going to self publish it. So looking forward to that. All right, guys. So it is really great to be with you. Don't forget to check out believemeachieve.com, of course, for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. Without any further ado, guys, you know what we're going to do? We're going to kick the show off. So welcome, everyone, to another of the ever popular episodes of the Inspirations for Your Life show, the daily motivational show. I show you here things that will help you unlock the full potential of your mind, your career, and yes, your entire life. Hey, who am I? I'm John C. Morley. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm an engineer. I'm a marketing specialist. I am a video producer, podcast host, coach, graduate student, and yes, guys, I, of course, am a passionate lifelong learner. And it is my privilege and my pleasure to be with all of you each and every time. So each week, I take a powerful idea and I basically translate it into tools and techniques you can use every single day in your life. Now, today's topic is micro goals that move you. Let's dive into how small, winnable steps can actually transform big, intimidating dreams into daily victories that build unstoppable momentum. Now, guys, here's what I want to tell you. I want to tell you that everything starts with a thought. So, whether we're talking about a bank account, whether we're talking about a relationship, it all starts with a thought in our head. And so when we live that thought and we believe that thought, it slowly starts to morph and the outside world aligns with that. And guess what? We get what it is we are envisioning. So that is how that works. All right. So let's get to point number one. Number one is think big, act tiny. Every great achievement starts with a vision, but visions can feel heavy, overwhelming, and sometimes, well, paralyzing. The secret, shrink the scope. Ask yourself, what's the 5-minute version of my big goal? Maybe your big dream is to start a business, write a book, or get healthier. The 5-minute step might just be opening the notebook, drafting a sentence, or maybe pouring an extra glass of water. Don't wait, guys, for that perfect moment. Start the moment you think about it. Because I got to tell you something. There's never going to be a perfect moment or a perfect, let's say, a perfect way in time. So I think that's really important for all of you guys to understand that. And if you understand that, then and only then will you be able to move forward. Number two, guys, it's the power of the easy win. If your goal feels like a mountain, your step is too big. Success is about motion, not magnitude. So today, the win doesn't have to be dramatic. It's simply one checkbox checked, not a personality makeover. So when we put a lot of these small micro tasks together, we get something pretty major. When you make your first step small enough to complete, even on your worst day, you build trust with yourself. I want to share something with you. So many years ago, when I was younger, I think I had gotten this kit from a relative of mine, and it was a loom. Now, A simple loom. It was basically a plastic square in a box with some little hooks, and then there was a couple little plastic little like wands they gave you with hooks on the end. And so what you needed to do is you needed to take these pieces of, well, they were really like, I'll call them string, but they were like a loop kind of thing. So you'd put these string or these yarn things on each one of the things. Then what you would do is you would take the other side and you'd go up and over, 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 till you got to the end and you put it out. Now, the tricky part for me wasn't that. It was taking it off and tying it in. It was a lot of fun. But my point is that you didn't get the whole pot holder in just 2 minutes. It took some time. But every little thread built on that, just like every little thought compounds into your big success. Over time, you see, that trust becomes momentum and the fuel to repel us even further. Remember, guys, how your brain works. See, your brain loves wins. Give it plenty, it'll reward you, I promise. Don't think you've got to have this grand gesture win or you've got to overturn the whole world. Do a small win. What am I doing with my book? Every day I'm doing an outline. The next day I'm writing something. I'm not trying to write the whole book in one day. That'd be crazy. Number 3, guys, rethink the all or nothing. It's a trap. How often do we say, I'll start when I have more time? That mindset kills progress. Instead, ask yourself, what can I do in 10 minutes that future me will thank me for? That's it. Open the file, write the outline, and take the first walk. That's actually what I'm doing tonight, guys. Tonight is my first time I'm going to open my my file in Word, and I'm going to start coming up with my outline. So tomorrow, I can start writing my first chapter. Completion is not about finishing everything today. It's about beginning with true intent. The goal isn't finish the project, guys. It's open the document. Small, consistent actions build the identity of a finisher. Okay? But don't get trapped because you can't finish everything. I don't want you to do that to yourself. That's terrible. Don't do that. Show yourself some love, some compassion, and your mind and body will definitely return the favor. Number 4, consistency beats intensity. We've all had the burst of motivation where we go all in only to burn out so quickly. The truth, consistency always beats intensity. One micro goal per area of your life. Maybe it's body, mind, money, relationships. It's far more powerful than one giant unsustainable plan that's going to burn you out and frustrate you. Simple actions like reading 2 pages after lunch or sending one thoughtful message a day can trigger long-term transformation slowly. And these habits will reshape your mindset, not your schedule. That's important. Number 5, guys, when overwhelmed hits you, go smaller. Feeling stuck or unmotivated, it doesn't mean you're lazy. It means your steps are a little bit too big. Break them up into smaller tasks. When you feel resistance set in, cut the step in half. Making progress should feel almost silly to skip. It's okay if it looks boring. Boring works. You're forming patterns, not performing miracles. Again, you're not performing miracles. The power is in showing up again, and giving yourself permission to begin imperfectly and celebrating those tiny completions like they're big wins. Because guess what, guys? They are. Number 6, habit stacking and streak tracking. Here's a powerful technique I use with my coaching clients. Stack a micro goal onto something you already do. If you make coffee every morning, use that as a trigger to write your 3 priorities for the day. If you scroll your phone at lunch, swap one scroll for 2 pages of reading. Aha. And as you do that, track your effort, not your outcomes. You're building character and consistency. And I know sometimes when we get into these ruts, it's like, how do we ever get out of them? Forget how we got programmed to be in them. That's not important. What's important is how we break them. And then we'll create a new pattern. Missed yesterday? That's fine. Today is simply day one again. Be kind to yourself. Number 7, the art of daily gratitude for small wins. At the end of each night, pause and thank yourself for the smallest thing you did that kept you moving forward. Maybe you wrote half a paragraph, kept your promise to hydrate more, or took a minute to plan tomorrow, or maybe decided to be a little kinder to yourself. Completion is not just finishing a step, guys. It's honoring the effort you put in. And when you recognize that, you unlock a deeper motivation to continue onward. Remember, guys, small steps are not less. They're how big things actually happen. You don't have to break the sound barrier today. Just start the flywheel and see what happens. Ask, what's the next clear step I need to take? Not the next perfect step. A lot of times people get stuck because they feel the next step isn't perfect. That's okay. I said done is better than perfect. And if something's not good at the end, you can always make changes. Be the person who starts small and keeps going. And I think when we can understand these type of things, I think they can help propel us to, well, a different way of life, right? A different way of life. But sometimes I know that it's not easy. Okay. I know that. It's not easy. It's not easy. Let your space cue the next step. Don't get overwhelmed by it. Okay. That's important. Definitely important. Number 19, make it doable on your worst day. Maybe you're saying, oh, I can't do this today. Make the step that easy for you. Overwhelmed, as I said, cut the step in half. Stack those habits, track the effort. Boring eventually will become brilliant. And if you miss a step, no worry. Just start over with day one. Be kind to yourself. Small steps are how big things happen. Be the one who starts small and stays consistent. You have to thank yourself for the tiniest effort. I think a lot of times when I talk to clients, they say to me, John, you don't understand. I've tried so many different things. So I ask them, what did you try? And they'll tell me. And usually they tell me about how they have done these things, but then I hear how they beat themselves up. Now, not literally, right? But figuratively, verbally, they beat themselves up. Like, oh, I can't do this. I can't do that. You see, what you feed yourself, right? And I'm not just talking about food. I'm talking about the words you feed yourself, whether they're out loud or things you tell yourself in your mind. They stick. I had somebody who was trying to get well, and the person kept telling me they can't walk, they can't walk, they can't walk, they'll never walk. And I said, you're never going to walk if you keep that up. So what do you mean? You keep telling me you're not going to walk. You tell me you can't walk. The minute you say can't equals won't equals don't. Can't equals won't equals don't. Can't, won't, don't. You're like putting this restriction on you getting to that part in your life. All right, John, so how do I remove that restriction? Your words are what are entrapping you. Oh, John, that's nonsense. I don't believe that. Okay. So if you don't believe that, I want to ask you what you've been telling yourself the last, I don't know, last month or two. And tell me that it doesn't match to the situation and circumstances that you're currently in right now. You're like, but John, you don't understand it. It's like that because that's how the world is right now. No, it's like that because you created that in your mind. You see, we are very, very powerful. Our mind is very, very powerful. For those of you who don't know, beside being an engineer, I studied the mind a lot. Took different courses, psychology, clinical hypnosis, neurolinguistic programming. And I've learned a lot about the mind, and I keep learning about the mind. And I've learned that the mind doesn't work in words, it works in pictures. So I'm going to take something from the good Neville Goddard, great man of our time, who's an amazing motivational speaker. He said, in the mind, right? He said something very, very important. If you tell yourself you're not going to do something, okay, but then you imagine doing it just before you, akin to sleep, they call it going off to sleep, you will do that. So we had a great thing that he taught. He taught in the back of a church, by the way. It was called Don't Climb a Ladder. So group of men were in the back of the church, and after church, he said to them, I want you to make sure you tell yourself, you write everywhere, I won't climb a ladder. I will not climb a ladder. I will not climb a ladder. I will not climb a ladder. No matter what I do, I will not climb a ladder. 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 You get it? So you won't climb a ladder. But what I want you to do, he said, before you go to sleep, I want you just to close your eyes, relax. And I want you to picture a ladder, and I want you to picture yourself putting your hands on the ladder and then putting one foot on the first rung, moving your hand up, going to the next rung, and the next rung, and the next rung. And every night, climb that ladder. But in your waking day, I want you to say, I will not climb a ladder. I will not climb a ladder. So something very interesting happened about, I don't know, a few days to a week. And it was different for each person. One person reported that they were at a family member's home. And there was a ladder there. And he said, would you hand me the paint? Grabbed the paint and he went right the ladder. And he's like, I just climbed a ladder. My point, ladies and gentlemen, for this little analogy, which is actually true, is that you will do what you put in your mind. And I think sometimes for a lot of us, it's hard to believe that we could do more. Now, climbing the ladder might seem something very simple, right? You could do this with making money. You could do this with relationships. You could do this with professional speaking. You could do this with so many things. Tell yourself you won't do it. And it won't matter what you tell yourself as long as you can imagine yourself doing it. So, what's the difference between imagining something and visualizing something? Let's think about that for a minute. So, if you visualize something, that would be something you've already seen before. For example, we all know that a dog has four legs, right? Okay, you can visualize that because you've seen dogs before and you know they have four legs, so it's easy to do that. Now I say to you, okay, I want you to imagine a dog, okay, with six legs. You have to imagine that. He said something else very interesting. Where we go in the mind will eventually go in the body. Now, some people will do this in one night, akin to sleep before they go to sleep. Other people, it might take longer. And it's not because the technique doesn't work, it's because people are very resistive, right? They're resistant. But this one technique that he shared was amazing. So he told everyone in the group, don't come back to the next meeting unless you've climbed the ladder. Now, here he is telling everyone, you will not climb a ladder, right? You will not climb a ladder. You will not climb a ladder. You will not climb a ladder. You get the point. But yet, he wants you to climb a ladder. And they're like, this is like nuts. Well, it's not. What we can imagine in our mind, our subconscious runs our body. So the thoughts, the actions, you're just going to climb that ladder. If I said to you, don't make $100, don't make $1,000, but you picture yourself easily getting it, you make the $1,000, you make the 500, you make the $1 million, whatever it is. He also said that the universe doesn't care whether we ask for something small or we ask for something big. It's just as easy to move a mountain or to move something as simple as a pen or maybe even a piece of paper. And the first time I listened to him, I was like, this doesn't make sense. And then when I tried the technique out, and when I saw the technique working, I was like, wow, that's some impact. So that means there's blocks in our mind that are preventing us from getting where we want to be. So we turn our big visions into actions. But something else happened in these visions, which is why it worked, and it often won't work if you just visualize something. Most people just visualize something. The reason this worked is, notice what he was saying. I want you to imagine the ladder. I want you to feel your hand on the ladder. I want you to feel your foot on the next rung and feel on the next rung and feel yourself moving on the ladder. You felt climbing the ladder. So what this means to me is that if we feel our actions in life, if we feel them, okay, and we go there in the mind, the body will follow. That's pretty amazing. And his technique astonished so many people. I think it impressed people in a sense that our mind is more powerful than we think it is. When we start to give our mind the credit it deserves, it'll work even more for us. But this proves that our subconscious mind runs our body and our mind, right? So when you want to achieve something, I want you to feel it. See it, hear it, touch it, taste it, smell it, whatever senses can help you attune to being as if you're actually there. Because when some people visualize, they see it off at a distance. They see themselves not in the image. But when you actually do it this way, your body thinks it's right there. Visualize yourself running and feel it. The same neurons and dendrites will fire as if you actually ran that same race or that same mile, whatever it was. So I think one of the big keys in life is the more that we learn to use our mind, most people don't use any more than 2 to 3% of their brain. 2 to 3% is all they use. That means 98 to 97% is not being used. That blows my mind, like literally. And so, although I tell you to always watch your language, right? By you being in alignment with saying you're going to climb the ladder and doing it, think how much that would help if they're both doing the same. But he was showing you that even if your mind, your conscious mind doesn't agree, you'll still go there. But what if your conscious mind was in alignment too? You'd probably get there a lot faster. That's powerful, guys. Really powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening or watching Inspirations for Your Life. This is the daily motivational show. On this show that I host, I give you the tools. I give you the tips. I give you the techniques that allow you to unlock the potential in your life. Now remember, whatever tools I give you, I share, you have to make the choice to use them. I can't make you use them, nor would I want to. You have to say, this makes sense for me. I want to do this. If you enjoyed today's episode or it resonated with you on some small or large level, please visit believemeachieve.com for even more inspirational tools and coaching and insights. You can follow me there. You can check out my short form content like reels. You can rewatch the show. You can even read my articles and so much more. And you'll get a whole different perspective of your mind. So let's keep turning your big dreams into small, consistent progress, one micro goal at a time. We need to feel it first, manifest it second. Let's elevate your life. Let's give you some great podcast wisdom. Let's help you with your leadership success, creating those inspirational stories, and getting you to realize the potential for your life. It's limitless. Have a great one, everyone. Be well.